To These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the figure skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for our mamas. And oh, so much figure skating. After 2 years of skating drought, we are now drowning in figure skating. And of course, for me, one of the highlights of the season is none other than the NHK trophy. The reason why I love this event so much is because the Japanese people are true fans of figure skating. They are well educated about the sport. They are invested in the sport, and they are one of the most supportive audiences in the world. And the events in Japan are always so well attended. And I believe this will be another great NHK, and I cannot wait for it. And I just want to share with you guys my prediction of what I think is going to go down at the 2022 NHK trophy, starting with my men prediction. Um, I'm looking at the entries for both men and women at NHK, and all I can say is, who thought this was a good idea? I get that everyone wants to compete at the NHK trophy. However, that does not mean everyone should compete at the same time. Every which way I look at it, the women and the men given these entries, all I see is bloodbath and heartbreak, especially for me. I mean, there are so many of my favorites here, and there are so few points to be awarded. Whew. I'm gonna have to make a run to the Dollar Tree tomorrow because I'm gonna need candles because I'm going to be praying to all the skating gods to make some of these things happen. Most of the candles will be going for Shoma Uno and my Junwa Cha. I'm gonna be burning most of the candles for these two. I'm gonna try to take an educated guess on what I think the top eight for men will be like. I really need Shoma to stay on his feet for this competition. I just need him to stay on his feet for the jumps. And if he can remain on his feet, I believe the PCS scores will do the rest. And I'm praying to the skating gods that he just remain on his feet. So I'm putting Shoma in first place at this event because this is what I need to happen. I am also putting John Woo Cha in second place, and I will be praying diligently that this quad Sao and Cha become good friends before this event takes place, especially in the short program. I need this quad Sao to be landed, to be clean, to be in the positive GOE because again, if he can just remain on his feet, the PCS will do the rest. So I'm putting Cha in my silver medal position. And I need him to win the silver so he can go to the Grand Prix final. I do not want a Grand Prix final without Cha in it. My John Woo Cha needs to be at the Grand Prix final. So he needs to win a silver here in order to guarantee him a placement at the Grand Prix. Aside from the gold and the silver medalist, which I'm reserving for Shoma and June, the bronze medal, in my opinion, is a three-way split. I would say between Adam Farr, Matteo Rizzo, and Sota Yamamoto. I'm giving the highest possibility of the medal to Adam. I feel like he is riding on a high after winning his first Grand Prix medal at home. I feel like if he can use that high and let him fuel him, let it be a source of confidence, then Adam could definitely come here and deliver another memorable program and get a bronze medal, which would automatically guarantee him a place in the final. Next is Matteo. If clean, Matteo can score within the best in the men's field in the world. However, he's not, I can't even remember the last time Mateo had two clean programs. He's another one of those skaters that I really like, but who is just really not consistent. But I still have him in there as a possible medal winner. The last contender for the bronze is Sota. He is coming back from injury, but he proved in France that he can do a good short program. But he also proved in France that he has not yet built up the stamina to do two clean programs. And I think, given the depth of the men's field here, he would need two somewhat clean programs to medal. But I still have him, as a contender for the bronze in third place. Um, there are also some dark horses who can also get on the podium. One of them is Gabrielle Fragipani. Um, Not the same level of the skating skills as the other skaters that I've mentioned so far, but still, he's got quads. He has got quads, and if some of the other men falter, if they are inconsistent, if they fall, Gabrielle can get in there and become a surprise dark horse medalist. You never know. Now, I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. The men are so inconsistent that we will probably have men who will have the performance of their career, and we will probably also have some who will completely implode. And I can't even honestly say I know which is going to be which. I can only say I know what I hope for, which is for Shuma Uno and Junhwa Cha to skate cleanly. If the skating gods could give me just those two, I will take everything else with as much grace as I could. That's where I'm standing with the men. But for the ice dance, oh my God, it is a completely different experience. Because while the men's competition may turn into a heartbreaking bloodbath, the ice dance is more straightforward and easy to predict. The gold and silver medals is obviously reserved for the two Marie-France Debris teams. In this outing, I feel like it's less about the medals and more about what's going to happen to the scores that the teams get in the rhythm dance as well as the free dance, and how do those scores compare to the teams that have competed before. Honestly, if they can remain on their feet, I feel like this will be an easy win for Madison Chalk and Evan Bate. This will be the first time we see them since their not so successful outing at Skate America. What do the programs look like now? How will they be scored in comparison to the Italians as well as the Canadians? Were the right changes made to the program? Did Madison and Evan decide they're just going to bite the bullet this year and take the loss? And are they sticking with the programs exactly as they are? And depending on which actions they take, how will the judges then react and score them? I feel like all of these things we're going to get an answer to. And based on that answer, we're going to now start to form an opinion on how the Grand Prix final, how Worlds will look like, which team really is the front runner for those two titles. I see Laurencine Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen walking away with the silver here. Again, I'm very fond of this team. There is something so sensual, I think is the word I'm looking for, about this team. There's just something very earthy about this team. I love the way they move. And it's not just because I'm shallow and they're gorgeous and I like looking at them, but there is something very tangible about their connection with each other, the way they touch each other, the way their bodies respond to each other on the ice. It's very visually appealing to watch, not just from the way they look, but the way they move, the way they skate. There's something very appealing about it. So again, if they're clean here, I definitely see them easily winning the silver medal. Now, the real competition at this event, much like the men, should be who will get the bronze medal here. And I feel like this battle is more of a battle between coaching divas. Namely, we have Marina Zueva, Marie-France Debray, and we also have tennis bellmen. What we have to ask ourselves here, can Marina Zueva pull the upset of the century and deny Marie-France the podium sweep that she wants by having the ones and onlys Kana Maramoto and Daisuke Takahashi take bronze on home ice? Or is that too big of a feat for even Marina to achieve? In that case, if we do not have a Kana and Daisuke podium finish, which of the remaining Marie-France team should be put on the podium? The options we have here are Allison Reed and Salus Ambralides, Yevgenia Laparova, and Geoffrey Broussard, and finally Wang Shiye and Lu Ziyu. Which of these three Marie-France team should the judges go with in terms of this bronze medal? So Yevgenia and Jeffrey are already winners. They won the silver medal in France. Is this going to propel them forward? And are the judges going to go with the easier an option and just give it to them because they've already gotten a medal? Or are they going to go with another option? Personally, I would really like Allison and Salus to be the bronze medalist here. I really like their material this season, both the rhythm dance and the free dance. But I have noticed that the judges do not concur with my opinion. They have not received the scores that I personally would give them. And although I really wish for them to win a medal here, I just don't see the judges just changing course and going with them. So although they're my pick, I feel like they're the least likely of the three remaining Mali France team. Lastly, we have Yang and Lu. Under normal circumstances, I would be all in for this pair. They had a great Olympic season. They built up a lot of momentum. However, this is the first time we're going to see them out this season. Are the programs amazing? Are they going to have all the charisma we're used to seeing for them? Or are we going to have more of Madison and Evan repeat where the programs are just complete misses? So for me, it all depends on the materials. If they have good materials, this should be an easy pick for the judges to put them on the podium. Now, there is one more option, and this is the option that falls under neither Marina or Marie France, and that is Caroline Green and Michael Parson, who are coached by Kenneth White. This is a new coach in the game, but not new to the politicking games of ice skating, ice dance, figure skating. Okay, I feel like Miss White might be able to pull a dark horse win here and not only knock poor Marina out of the running, but also probably deny Marie France the sweep that she so rightfully deserved. And I think Green and Parson may end up on the podium. Uh, what I feel about that possibility is this is a great team with lots of potential to grow. but they happen to have just really, really subpar material. So do the judges reward their potential, or do we go realistically based on the material? So I feel like those are the three teams that may be slotted in for the bronze medal. Um, since the third place podium is so hard to decide, I did two chart. The podium I would like to see, my I Stands Wish podium, and then the podium that's likely to happen. So my podium I would like to see, my wish podium, is Madison Chalk and Evan Bates, gold medalists, Lawrence and Nikolai, silver medalists, my babies Kana and Daisuke, bronze medalists, Allison and Selous, Pewter, Wang and Lu, fifth place, Caroline and Michael, six, and then the rest. That is what I would like to see happen. What I think will probably happen is Madison and Evan will win. Lawrenson and Nikolai silver. I think it's going to be Evgenia and and Godfrey third. I think the judges are going to go with the easier option. Then it'll be Caroline and Michael, then Wang and Lou, then Allison and Selous, then probably Katrina and Jeffrey. And I think poor Kana and Daisuke, the best they'll probably be able to do is a top eight finish. Maybe a top six to top eight finish, depending on how everyone skates here. This is what I think. So these were my prediction for the men and ice stands. I'm waiting to see the true battles not taking place on the ice, but taking place in the back between three coaching divas, Miss Maria Zueva, Miss Kenneth White, and Miss Marie-France Debris. Who will come out on top? Nobody knows. Drama for our mamas. But anyhow, this is what I feel like may happen for men in ice dance. But you guys let me know in the comment, how do you see the podium playing out?